In this video, I'm going to reveal the 9 websites I've used to help build my dividend portfolio over the years. I haven't signed up to anything and they are all absolutely free. All the links to the websites I mentioned can be found in the video description. On this channel I give regular updates on what I'm buying and selling, but wouldn't it be great to see what others are doing too? Well, on the Barclays Smart Investor site, which anyone can access for free, you can see what thousands of their customers have been up to in the past week. You can see here that 2.8% of Barclays customers have been piling into Vodafone and almost 2.7% have been snapping up Rolls-Royce. The top 6 are all FTSE 100 companies, and the most popular share outside of the big caps is Boohoo. Be careful, however. When I first started my portfolio, I made the mistake of following the crowd and bought a company called Cattles, which everyone else seemed to be buying during the financial crisis. Cattles ended up going bust. I didn't have a lot invested, but it taught me a very important lesson of not following the crowd expecting to get rich. You can also see what people have been selling too. Finding these website pages is not easy, so I'll leave a clickable link in the video description. If all that wasn't enough, there is also a page showing you which ETFs people have been buying over the last week. Top of the list is Vanguard's VUSA, with 11% of Barclays customers snapping that one up. Of these popular ETFs, I hold ISF, which gives me diversified exposure to the whole of the FTSE 100 in just one share. I also have VHYL, which tracks the performance of around 2,000 high dividend stocks from around the world, and IUSA, which gives me exposure to the complete S&P 500. I keep this one outside my ISA as it currently pays a fairly low dividend of 1.4%. If you find this information useful, then please give the like button a quick tap, as it really helps out small channels like this one. Thank you. On to my 8th most useful website, and I'm sticking with the ETF theme. This site is called Just ETF. You can use it to compare several ETFs at the same time to see how they have performed. As an example, I'm using it here to compare a FTSE 100 ETF with a FTSE 250, and you can see a huge difference in performance. FTSE 100 companies are more global and earn much of their revenue from abroad, whereas FTSE 250 companies are highly exposed to the fortunes of the UK economy. You can also inspect an ETF in more detail, and there is an absolute wealth of information from historical performance, composition of companies, monthly heat maps and dividends. All this for free. At number 7 is a website called London Southeast. It has plenty of news and information about individual shares, but I occasionally use the share chat feature to see what others are saying about a particular company. Who doesn't like a bit of gossip, especially when it's on my favourite topic of stocks and shares? At number 6 is Yahoo Finance, which lets me quickly and easily check share price graphs and look at different time frames. The prices are in real time and not delayed by 15 minutes, which is common on other sites. At number 5 is Yahoo Finance, which allows you to set specific dates to look at share price performance. Here is Unilever's share price growth since March, and for those of you who follow the channel, you will know that I've been buying more Unilever shares this year, as I saw them as being undervalued and believed they would be quite resilient in recessionary times. There is also the Yahoo Finance portfolio tracker, which I have on my smartphone. I can instantly see my current portfolio value and how much it has changed on the day. It can list my shares in ascending or descending order of value or alphabetically. If I scroll left, I can see how many shares I have in each company and also how the value has changed. And number 4 is Hargreaves Lansdown, and what a great website this is. You can look at the constituents of a particular index and click performance to rank companies over various time periods. Over the last 5 years, Ashtead Group is top with a share price increase of 143%. Over the last year, BAE Systems has outperformed the rest, and over the last month it's a copper miner, Antofagasta. You can also see the biggest fallers. Over the last 3 months it's Vodafone, which has fallen the most by nearly 21%. And don't forget, you can look at other indices too. Let's take a quick look at the FTSE All Share Index, which contains around 600 of the largest listed UK companies. Over the last 5 years, if you had bought the digital technology company Kainos, your shares would be up 370%. And if you had bought Games Workshop, they would have risen 234%. You will have endless fun on this website. Now we have reached my top 3 most useful websites, and here is Dividend Max. This website is of course all about dividends, and it has a number of uses. First of all, it has a handy dividend calculator, so you simply type in how many shares you have in a company and it will tell you how much you will be paid and when. I have 977 shares in Tate & Lyle and I'll be paid £52.76 on January the 4th. I can also see historical dividend payments and how the dividends are growing from year to year. There are also news articles about dividend payments and announcements. My second most useful website is Dividend Data. It will give you ex-dividend and payment dates for the month ahead in a variety of UK indices. This screen shows the highest yields in the FTSE 100, and this feature here is one I've only just discovered, and it shows dividend reliability. All the companies here have increased their dividend payments for decades. And my favourite website over the years is The Motley Fool, packed full of daily articles on UK investing with a strong emphasis on long-term investing and dividends. I found it particularly inspirational in the early years when I was first starting out. By taking a long-term approach to investing, you allow your wealth to grow over time. I invest in large-cap companies with strong balance sheets, large economic moats, and who pay reliable dividends, which I reinvest. I use a stocks and shares ISA to shield my investments from tax. I now have around 25 individual companies, and this site has been instrumental in helping me choose those companies and for generating new investment ideas. Investing in individual companies is not for everyone, and many prefer the diversification of an ETF. One ETF has recently caught my eye and I've been absolutely piling into it. To see which one, click here.